everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Beverly. On my channel I focus on fashion and styling videos. Today's video is a fashion talking video. Today we're going to talk about the downfall of Beyonce's brand, Ivory Park. So let's get straight into this video. Okay guys, so I'm sure everyone has heard that Adidas and Beyonce have mutually parted ways. Of course there were reasons for parting ways. It's not that they just mutually decided to just say bye-bye to each other. No. Ivory Park was just not delivering, and I believe that's why Adidas decided to part ways with her. They just weren't benefiting from it, so it makes sense from a business perspective. So let's try and dive into it. Let's try and see why Beyonce's brand just wasn't it anymore. So first I thought I'd start off by just briefly talking about the history of Ivory Park. Ivory Park is named after Beyonce's daughter. Beyonce first went into partnership with Topshop, which made sense at that time. Topshop had a lot of sub brands in their shop at that time as well, and Topshop was very huge during that period, so it made sense. The brand focused more on activewear, sportswear, and also added an element of streetwear, which was something that was really different because a lot of sports brands did not incorporate that. Even Nike, even though they think they do, they don't really incorporate that. So I guess Ivory Park was a different brand. It was a breath of fresh air. It was giving the girls what it was supposed to give. I remember going into Topshop, seeing it was a small section, very small, tiny section. So that's the difference that I also saw when she went to Adidas. The brand did expand. You know, there were more options compared to when she was with Topshop. In 2018, she decided to withdraw Ivory Park from Topshop because the owner had a few sexual allegations. So it made perfectly sense why Beyonce decided to just withdraw her brand from Topshop. I guess someone like Beyonce would not want to associate her name with someone that has sexual allegations against them. It just doesn't make sense. That Beyonce's brand does not make sense. It would not align itself with someone like that. And also I just don't think she wants her daughter's name to also be associated with something negative like that, so she removed it in 2018. We're a bit confused at that time, so the question was, are you done with Ivory Park, or are you going to get with another sportswear brand? I thought there were three brands that she'll most likely get with. Obviously Reebok, Puma and Adidas at that time, because those are the three brands that were actually quite popping at that time. Not Nike, because I think at that time actually Nike weren't doing well. Whether they like to admit it or not, they weren't doing well. They weren't delivering. They weren't keeping up with the latest trends. So I didn't think she'll go with Nike. So no surprise there. I thought she'll go with Puma, if I was going to be really honest with you, because we had Puma X Fenty at that time, or prior to that time. So it was doing well. Like Rihanna and Puma did well. The collaborations were it, clothes were it, just a bit too expensive. Like literally that was the only problem with that brand. It was just too expensive. Fenty and Puma. I thought she'll go with Puma, but she didn't go with Puma. She actually went with Adidas, and I guess at that time it made sense. Adidas had celebrities in their company at that time as well, Pharrell and Kanye, so it made sense for her to also join that team, I guess. At that time Adidas were actually delivering. I think at that time Adidas was probably one of the best sportswear brands at that time, but I didn't see how her brand being streetwear would go with Adidas, because Adidas focused more on very simple but stylish stuff. So if you look at Adidas Originals, that was it. That was the early trendy collection, and when you think about it now, it wasn't really trendy. It was just affordable, and yes, you could style it up if you really wanted to, but I don't think it was giving streetwear vibe like what Topshop did, so I was very surprised. Nevertheless, she joined Adidas. They came out with their collection, I think probably in 2019. First collection was to do with orange, which I absolutely loved so much. I thought it was nice. Orange was popping at that time, so it made sense why they focused on colors. It had elements of streetwear as well, which was really good, so it stays true to what it was really about. And I think what really made it well, the promotion was really good. Beyonce sent loads of big boxes to her celebrity friends, and we all saw it, the PR boxes. It was glamorous. Everyone was like, oh, I wish I had one, blah blah blah, but it was really nice. It was fun as well, and celebrities, in my opinion, didn't say they were wearing it because that's their friend, but it was actually really nice pieces in there. The only thing I liked, the only thing I wanted at that time for that collection was the trainers. Didn't get my hand on it. I remember I went there in the morning to the Adidas shop, just sold out. I actually saw a few celebrities there trying to get the collection as well, but the collection was sold out everywhere. It was sold out in Adidas, Foot Locker, and also ASOS as well. It was a new look on sportswear, which I loved as well. It was colourful, it was very playful and very different, and there's elements of it that you did not have to wear to the gym. And again, I think that's what made their brand, made Ivory Park stand out at that time. And the introduction of new trainers, because when she was with Topshop she did not have any trainers. She just had clothes, and that was okay, but it was a very small collection as well. So then the second one came, and I think the second one was called This Is My Park. Again, good collection. So I started to notice that the sizes weren't consistent, and that was actually shocking to me because she wasn't doing anything different but changing the colors. If you're looking at Fabletics, their leggings, they pride themselves in the fact that they include pockets. It's just common sense. You're saying you want us to wear this to the gym, so include pockets. That you need pockets in the gym. So to me, the brand was just falling off slowly. They weren't improving. Color wise, okay, they were giving us the colors that we wanted. That was it, but everything else just wasn't it. So the next collection I want to talk about is Ivy Park and Rodeo. This collection was based on Beyonce's heritage, everything, her hometown. So it was based on her culture, basically. Texas. She's from Texas. I thought this was the worst collection, so I'm just gonna put it down there. For me, this is when it started to fall down. It started falling down with the previous one, but then it started falling down with this one. It was based on cowboys. That was the theme, I guess. Like I said, she's from Texas, and that's what Texas is known for. Lil Nas also with his song and with the whole cowboy stuff. So I guess to her or to Adidas, it probably made sense. She probably wanted to include an element of herself, so she included that. And also Megan Thee Stallion was also getting into her Texas vibes as well, or her heritage as well, but I just thought it didn't make sense. It was given costume made stuff. It was given like stage performance stuff. I don't think a regular person could wear it. So the denim trousers, realistically, I didn't understand who she thought was going to wear that. And if you look at the back of that trousers, it just exposed your bum cheeks, and I just thought that was very weird that she would do that. I thought it's good for performing on the stage, but not for a regular person to go and buy. A few cow print stuff as well. I've never been into that fashion. I've never been into that trend. So again, didn't get it. It was like she was trying to be different, but it just didn't make sense. It looks very cheap. It wasn't worth it at all. The only thing again I liked was the extra super sleek trainers. It was extremely chunky. It was nice. I actually bought it to try it on. I didn't know what you could wear it with. And I think Beyonce's collection, after a while, you started to notice that a few of the items were just not wearable. You could not wear it every day. First and second ones were the only ones that I would say were quite wearable and you could still wear it now. The others, they just weren't wearable. Especially if you're in the UK, in my opinion. We don't get much sun. Everyone will stare at you if you wore half those clothes that she was bringing out. So for me, that was the worst collection. After the icy drip, there was a huge gap with advertisement and promoting on her Instagram. The Instagram was not even doing anything. Literally, the Instagram froze. Like literally, and I feel like she wasn't active there. The people who were managing the Ivy Park Instagram were not active. Nothing was going on. They weren't showing us what's coming up next. At that time, I thought, okay, maybe the brand is done. Maybe they didn't make money from this one, so maybe it's like they're going to tell us the bad news soon. So that's what normally happens with a lot of brands. It happened with Kylie's makeup. Instagram went silent. Then one day they came and said, oh, they're rebranding. I thought it was going to be the same for Ivy Park. They're going to come back and tell us that they're rebranding, but they bought up that cowboy collection, which however you just said you're leaving or you're going to rebrand. But anyways, let's move on to her final collection. Bless her, she dropped it after she really told us that this tour's coming, and then she dropped that new collection as well. So it was like she was giving us what we wanted. At that time she was just delivering. We saw a clip of the Dubai performance, and then she's going on tour, then boom, here's your Ivy Park collection that you've been waiting for. So she was trying, but it was so disappointing. It was really bad. It was more focused on army stuff. I don't even know what that collection was called. I just saw it and I thought, she wore one picture on Instagram and posted it on that day. I don't even think she was part of the promotion. So that was weird because she's always part of the promotion. She's always in the promotion pictures. I don't think she was part of the promotion this time, so she just wore the clothes. That was it. I don't know when she stopped being involved. Her mum was wearing one of the collections and her mum posted a picture, and then she's like, oh, I got loads of compliments, so go and grab one. But I thought, okay, it's not selling. So the fact that you even say we should go and grab one, if it was selling, it would have been sold out. So it was not selling. And then the news came recently that there was a mutual agreement to their separate ways. Like I said, there's a few reasons why. The collection just weren't delivering at all. From collection 1 and 2 were good, then 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever, not good at all. She didn't make any new designs. When she did try to be a bit creative, it was really bad. It just wasn't it for anyone. It wasn't wearable. Like I said, a lot of the things that I started to see, I thought these are just performance stuff. A regular person cannot wear this normal day. I still stand by what I said. I think her choice of, I think she made a mistake by going with Adidas. Adidas is not known for streetwear brand. Adidas is known for trainers. If her focus was to go and be streetwear trainers, then yes, maybe. And I feel like Adidas is going through a change. They're going through a restructuring now, to be honest with you. They've had the huge public dispute with Cartier, where they've lost money. It doesn't benefit them. They don't know what to do with their leftover stocks from Yeezy. Then they have Beyonce's collection, which is also not bringing her money. So to me, yes, at this point, they're going to lose a lot of money, but it's a smart business decision if you're thinking about it long term, not just the now. So I think they made a good decision. Whether Beyonce is going to go somewhere else, I don't know. Whether this is it for her, again, I don't know. If I was her, if I was going to go somewhere else, I'll go back home. So I'll go with ASOS, where Topshop is at now, and focus on the streetwear brand. Focus on making it more wearable. Some of the jackets they created at that time was just really silly. Like, you rip up the sleeves, you do this, you do that, and it's like, you're doing way too much. No one's gonna buy that. You're doing too much. It's not functional, it's not normal. So to me, this whole end of the Relate contract makes sense to me. I think it probably made sense to Beyonce as well. I just don't know who she can go with. Puma, I don't know. Puma's now going to focus on Fenty again, so why would they bring Beyonce in? They're each going to be their own competitors, so there's no point. I think either she goes with a retail brand or high street brand, like I said, someone like ASOS, and work from there, and just try and find something wearable, something trendy, streetwear, like what it was originally. I think she didn't help with her own promotion. She hardly promoted it, especially towards the end. It looks like she was just bored of it. I don't know who was the creative director at that time. I don't know who her designers were, but someone got lazy halfway. Someone got lazy. The colours are the only thing that I think she did well with, that she kept with the trendy colours, so the colours that were popular at that time. The trainers, some were good, but it was just getting ridiculous as well, because again, it's like, where do you want me to wear this to? Especially the ones that looks like they were designed for the snow. I don't know. She gave it to a few celebrities as well, which they promoted it quite well. She pulled away from promotion from celebrities as well, so I don't know why she did that, because that was clearly helping her. So the fact that she pulled away from that and just focused on, no, she did nothing. She didn't even focus on nothing. I don't know if it was a strategy to reduce cost, but it clearly affected the brand as a whole. I think there are multiple reasons why they decided to go their separate ways. I don't think it benefited Adidas, so I think they made the right choice. Beyonce, go with ASOS if you're gonna still continue with the brand. I think listen to your customers. I don't think you listen to your customers at all. If you're looking at the clothes, like I said, it didn't change. It was just the same thing. Things that people are complaining about, you guys did not change it in the next collection, so it just did not make sense. But that's it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this very detailed analysis of why Ivy Park has fallen. And thank you guys, and see you very soon. Bye bye.